it is a gift when you do. I guess the word I would use, you get trimmed down to the bare minimum resources,
Mm-hmm.
but it causes your mind to open up more and you get smarter.
The alchemy.
Yeah, you get smarter, you learn how to work with less. So
Mm-hmm.
now when more money comes,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, okay, now that I got this, yeah, I'm fine wearing the same clothes I've been
Mm-hmm.
wearing for the past whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little gas in the tank, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
I can take this money over here and do this and this. Whereas if you were to have that all at the beginning, you're just going to be,
Get
I'm
spoiled,
speaking for
man.
myself, you're just going to piss it away on and not utilize it correctly. So
Real
it's
talk.
the journey, part of the journey, I think is the gift
Right.
of like making it happen with the bare minimum
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's really what Baltimore taught me, man. Like I had a winter where actually I moved into this apartment in the summer. It was like a super ghetto little, like I had a homeboy, he kind of was a little slumlord, and he would take like these multi units and split them into apartments. And I owed like Baltimore Gas and Electric like a bunch of money that I just didn't want to pay or whatever to cut the electric on. But I realized that the gas was working. So I'm like, oh, I have hot water. I'm bougie. As long as I put some soap and some water on me every day. I didn't care that much about the lights. I just cared about being clean. Because I got the studio. I'll go to the studio. In fact, I got irritated with my business partner. I stopped going to the studio. I'd go to the library. I went and bought some power packs and everything. I got so used to it because I'm like, I don't even want to be in a house that much anyway. What I'm coming on to play PlayStation and stuff for? I need to be in the street hustling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, it started with me moving in here and it's like 90 degrees outside. And I'm like, hold up. I made it through a winter. Like two burners on the stove to heat the apartment type stuff. But I was like, bro, this was almost like a camping expedition or something, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was it? I forget the guy. He was a black dude that went to the North Pole. We had to like write a report about him when I was a kid. Henderson or something like that. But it's like you got to look at certain things in your life and be like, yo, when you see people go on Survivor, none of us need to do that. But can you imagine how that switches something in your brain if you did that? You're like, yo, I lived out here with like not just bare minimum, like in the desert, like, you know, some crazy stuff. You know, you just start realizing like, damn, like what other challenges should I take on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you start realizing how soft certain people are.
Well, and I think in this, and look, it's a gift, right? Like we live in a very place where we do have a lot of privileges and luxuries, I guess you could call it. But then when you start to cut some of them out and realize, like, I never needed that.
Yeah.
I was spending $39.99 a month per what? And then $29.99 over here. And you start adding all that up and like, you know, with capitalism and the way, you know, buy, more. To me, one of the greatest gifts now at this age, as I've entered the late 30s, is, man, I really don't need materialistic things, man.
And I don't mean I'm not going to get that Porsche. I kind of want that next year.
Right.
But, you know, like it's not about just denouncing it or even looking down on people that have the nice things. Like, because we got to be mindful. This social media era, it's really a you know, it's just an interesting space to be in where if you're a competitive person, you can't tell me that you never feel a little jealous sometimes when you see certain things, you know, and but at the same time, if your spirit is right, it should just be encouragement. It should just be like, oh shit, like damn, I'm next up to go enjoy that too. And also too, we also got to realize like sometimes when we're watching the folks and they're taking the vacations and buying themselves cool things, we don't know what band-aids they putting on, you know, with these things. I've bought myself so many things and still wasn't really that happy. And you know, and now even certain material things, like the idea of having a Porsche doesn't just mean as much to me as like, yo, I want to take that thing to the track and burn it to, you know, I want to burn it up. Like I want to be an enthusiast about it. I want to indulge in it. Like I love fishing. Like I want to spend my days. I want to spend so much time on the boat that I don't get seasick no more. And I got seasick the last time I went fishing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going enough. But I just say that to just say like, you know, for me or whatever, I'm just in a space where, you know, I know that every time I make a post, I could be inspiring somebody. I'm very deliberate in my social media and stuff and using it to stir up business and knowing that like this is affecting my public perception and And I do try to give people real authentic parts of my life, even though I may, tailor a nicely written thing with it. I try not to even make that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like I was an honors English dude, man. So like words is my thing. We could, even with a girl or whatever, recently I had to tell her, I'm like, I could say things so poetic and eloquent just to wrap you all up. And part of me is just going to be colorful in my language with you, but I'm still going to be so real with you about what this is. Like I still need you to be like, actually, am I wearing? Actually, I forgot I put it on my assistant earlier when I was working out. But I have this chain that I wear, and it's a tarot card. And I'm not super into all of the tarot stuff, but it's like a guy standing like with a foot on the ground and a foot in the stream, and it represents like being rooted in like the reality, but like also like being in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And I went off on another tangent, guys, but I just know at the end of the day, I go off on these tangents because it's like I'm here and I'm still in the future right now. You know what I'm saying? Like in us talking about these damn things, I'm like inspiring myself in the next series of things I want to do and stuff. So for me, it's like I feel like I have a little ADHD and stuff anyway, and it's kind of my superpower. I'm a multitasker. You know what I'm saying? I can just, it's just certain things that I do that I'm just like, damn, everybody doesn't do it quite this way and keep up with these things. And, I used to like, honestly, when I really got into the habit of smoking weed, it was kind of a bragging right. Like, I'm high and I did more than you. What's your excuse? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as I'm saying, I'm competitive. Like, I come from playing sports and different things and stuff. Like, we like to, I run circles around you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, bruh. But in this game of life, and as a little kid, like we played them games, Monopoly, the game of life. Like my parents were trying to make us understand finance. My pops used to talk me about the have and have nots at a very young age. Like, bro, when you get older, you give me books about the Illuminati when I'm in the 6th grade and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, and I wasn't soaking it all up and getting it all. I'm not trying to tell you I wish I'd have paid a little bit more attention. You feel me? But at the same time, I could have listened to more people and been better financially, but I wouldn't have learned how to ride these rocky waves in so many different places that we're now. I'm just like, I'll ride through the Bermuda Triangle. I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? But Moby Dick was there. We eating them. Who want to buy some blubber? Don't y'all make lipstick out this stuff?